Colleagues, we'd like to address questions about Bill O'Reilly's future at Fox News. After a thorough and careful review of allegations against him, the company and Bill O'Reilly have agreed that Mr. O'Reilly will not return to the Fox News channel. The decision follows an extensive review done in collaboration with an outside counsel. By rating standards, Bill O'Reilly is one of the most accomplished TV personalities in the history of cable news. That is actually true, even though his demographic swings a little bit more older. In fact, his success by any measure is indisputable. Fox News has demonstrated again and again the strength of its talent bench. We have confidence that the network will continue to be a powerhouse in cable news. Lastly, and more importantly, we want to underscore our consistent commitment to fostering a work environment built on the values and trust and respect. That was an internal memo that was sent out by 21st Century Fox concerning Bill O'Reilly. His lack of a future with their company. He is no longer employed by Fox News, and O'Reilly Factor will be made into something else to this extent. I don't necessarily know. Um, but, after I was thinking about this yesterday, and I sent out a tweet yesterday, and I said that his sex allegations had finally caught up with him. My first thought was what did finally, after roughly 5, I think now at this point it's actually at 6, because there's a new lady who just came out recently who had stated that he referred to her as hot chocolate. um, Even during the time that he was gone, he was still getting sex allegations. So it was just they had to eventually wash their hands clean of him. But initially, I thought, well, maybe Fox News has discovered a moral backbone for themselves and saying, well, we can't continue to have this kind of culture going forward. And, maybe I was being a little bit, I was giving them probably too much credit, because when you have roughly over 50 advertisers leaving your company, like the New York Times states, since then, more than 50 advertisers has abandoned his show, and the women's rights groups have called for him to be fired. Inside the company, women expressed outrage and questioned whether top executives were serious about maintaining a culture based on trust and respect, as they promised last summer with another sex allegation scandal led to the ouster of Roger E. Ailes as the chairman of Fox News. So I don't necessarily think that it's really a matter of them wanting to change the culture as much as you have advertisers fleeing from your company and you're trying to maintain some revenue. I mean, look at what happened with YouTube when you have companies like Pepsi of all places with their ridiculous advertisement they made a while ago, fleeing YouTube over one channel that had some very extreme videos on there, but had less than 1,000 views or 1,000 subscribers, and you have a whole slew of advertisers just leaving this company. You can this is how advertising and how the business is actually done behind the scenes. These companies are very quick to jump ship whenever there's a situation where they can get a lot of backlash for. So, in part, like I'm totally okay with the idea of Bill O'Reilly being off the air. Um, I'm pretty sure he'll find somewhere else to go. I don't know necessarily if he's going to find another big time network that's going to be willing to take him in with the history behind the Bill O'Reilly name. But yeah, best of luck to you. But I don't really so much care for you because I've followed your news and I don't quite agree with it. I think you're just a liar through and through, and besides just being just an outright womanizer. I mean, I'm pretty much you and Donald Trump were pretty much best friends, so you deserve one another. I would only wish that we can fire Donald Trump, but then we would get Pence, and then that would be a whole nother set of shenanigans right there. And I think I'll address that in another video.